ñu ngi leen di ziar waaye tamit di leen nuyu di leen jaajëfal bu baax ci safo bi ak ci kóolute bi ci ni ngeen di àndee Eye Africa TV suñu ay plateforme suñu ay programme lépp mu nekk li nga xamante ne mooy li ñoo rafetlu bu baax a baax di leen gërëm ci loolu tey incha allah ñu fas yéene tamit waxtaan ponk yoo am solo ci programme bi tamit xam ngeen ne suñu leen leen di digtal suñu ay xibaar waaye tamit dalal si suñu ay gan ñu waxtaan tolluwaay réew mi surtout ci wàllum élection bi of course ay yenn mbir tamit yi nga xamante ne mu ngi xew ci biir réew mi ay développement yu am solo su ko defee tey ci xibaar yi dina ci bokk nañ waxtaan ci wàllum police bi dañ dal di jot ay ndimbal ci benn enterprise mooy benn mbootaay bi nga xamante ne ñu ngi ci réew mi dañ leen dimbale ci ay jumtukaay mooy traffic police bi wala mobile traffic pour ñoom tamit ñu mun a taxaw bu baax ci wàllu dem ak dëkk bi ci biir réew mi loolu mu nekk la am solo su ko defee nañ ci ñëw gën a yaatal ci kanam tuuti njiiti réew mi tamit gannaaw buñ demee woon Guinée Conakry nemmeeku foofu ñetti fan am na yenn béréb yi nga xamante ne seeti woon na ko bokkoon na ci ports bi nga xamante ne mu ngi foofu ci biir Guinée demoon na seet seen doxalin ak naka noonu ñu port bi mel ak yeneen mbir yi nga xamante ne am na solo loolu tamit ne leen ci digtal report nañ tamit toftal ci leneen nañ waxtaan wala indil leen report li nga xamante ne mooy li aju ci wàllu xale yi nga xamante ne dañooy jaar ci yooni ndox mi wala ñu gën koo xamee migration léegi mu budee si suuf bi la wala ci ndox mi seen demin irregular migration xale yi wala tout tànk yi dañ ci bokk te am na benn mbootaay bi nga xamante ne jóg na te European Union bi ñoom ñoo ko dooleel ñu xeex ci loolu bañ a xale yi soobu ci yoonu mel noonu su ko defee loolu tamit nañ ci indi report lii ak leneen tey ci jotaay bi ñu gërëmaat leen bu baax a baax ci ni ngeen di ànd ak ñun saa su ne ci kanam tuuti ñu dalal suñ gan waxtaan tamit yenn yi nga xamante ne ay xew-xew ci biir réew mi surtout ci wàllum electoral process bi ak ay mbiram voter registration bi saa su ne ñu wax leen ko coow li bari ne waaye lépp rek li ci munta am foog ñu waxtaanee ko moo tax duñ ci taay dalal ci ay nit ku ñu fare fu ne ci réew mi ñu waxtaanee loolu. Well, viewers, welcome to the midweek edition of the Good Morning Africa program right here on Africa TV. Thank you so very much for joining us this morning. And of course, as always, we bring you our studio stories. And then later on, we of course will have a guest in a moment to discuss on very pertinent issues and matters in the country, especially an issue relating to the election process and the voter registration, ongoing voter registration campaign. You know, there are some concern and issues that have been discussed in some quarters around the country. So we'll of course be discussing on that. And in our report, we will be bringing you on, of course, the Gambia Mobile Police, or the Gambia Police Force. That's, of course, the mobile traffic has received support from J. Balaji Enterprise to boost their, traffic operations. We will, of course, bring you a report on that. We'll also still look back on President's visit to Conakry because he took time during his 3-day visit to visit Guinness, ports, and of course to check on some of the operations and some other issues as well, in how the port functions and operations, if you like. We would bring you a report on that. We also, report on child migration, especially child irregular migration. So there is, of course, an organization funded or supported by the European Union who are working to against child migration, discouraging the youth and all that. So this and more coming ahead in today's program. Like I said, we'll bring our guest later on to discuss on some of the other issues. So we go with our first story. Now, J. Balaji Enterprise on Tuesday donated on assortment of equipment to the Mobile Traffic Department of the police. The assortment of equipment include 300 high visibility traffic jackets, 200 traffic cones, and 150 solar torchlights. Here's more details of that in this report.
Despite the many concerns and complaints on routine traffic congestion hindering movement of goods and services within the Greater Banjul area, the role of traffic police is on increase in demand. Assistant Inspector General of Police Ibrahim Abbar received the material support as a timely intervention for the traffic department. He and Mark J. Balaji as a regular supporter of the police with the needed materials in the law enforcement drive.
This gesture is a clear demonstration of your commitment to national security, because national security, the police is always taking a lead in national security. Anybody coming to the assistance and support of the police has a stake in making sure we have a crime-free society. The equipment donated today, as highlighted by the MC, ranging from traffic cones, reflector jackets, flashlights, etc., we go a long way in enhancing the operational capacity of the mobile traffic department. As we all know, traffic and traffic issues have become a nightmare for the Gambia, particularly in the urban area, and most notably during the rush hours.
Ram Mohab, the Honorary Consul of India in the Gambia, acknowledged the hospitality of the Gambians, paving a strong bond with Indians living in the country. He commended Mr. Balaji for taking it upon himself to empower the police in his own little means on behalf of the Indian community in the Gambia.
I would like to commend especially Mr. Raja Narendra and Mr. Cham of J. Balaji Company here, who have taken this effort to bring about this equipment as a gesture of the solidarity that the Indian community shows. He has invited other business leaders and has excited us to also contribute something to this effort. So here, this little gesture is not the end of partnership. It is, I think, a larger beginning. I think more companies seeing what J. Balaji is doing here will come forward with much more in the near future.
As the primary domestic intelligence, security and law enforcement body in the Gambia, the police force is expected to deliver its services to the people on a 24 basis, with the traffic department becoming what people cannot go without. For iAfrica News, I am Fatoumata Kasim.
All right, Fatoumata Kasim, thank you very much for that report there. Of course, the mobile traffic under the Gambia Police Force has been supported with, of course, traffic equipments to help, enhance their operations as far as traffic is concerned in the country. So it's a laudable gesture. We say thank you very much to J. Balaji Enterprise also for donating these valuable equipments to the mobile traffic of the Gambia Police Force. Of course, we'll move on from that report quickly, and of course, as I mentioned, we would do now on the president's visit to Guinea, because as part of his 3-day visit to Guinea Conakry, President Adam Barrow paid a visit to the outermost port of Conakry, the largest and main port in the country. The port had been used by the French to transport resources mined in the country during its occupation. Currently, it is one of the most important resources of income for the West African nation. Here is more details of that in this report.
The Gambian president visited the Kalita and Suapiti dams with President Alpha Conde before they went to the autonomous port of Conakry on Friday. The autonomous port of Conakry has been recently modernized to compete with other ports on Africa's Atlantic coast. Conakry has carried out extension work to its wharf as part of the plan to modernize the activities of the container terminal. The new investment was meant to enable Guinean supply chain to increase the productivity of the terminal with a view to bolstering the country's competitiveness and boosting trade. The 4 gantry cranes were designed specifically for handling containers at port terminals with a lifting capacity of 40 tons each. These modern gantries will improve container storage capacity at the terminal and the pace of deliveries, but also reduce handling times for goods. The investment was done at 70.5 billion Guinean francs, which is about 6.8 million euros. The new equipment supplements the 4-yard gantries of the same type received in 2018. The port is said to have improved service quality for shipping companies at the level of the highest international standards. It has a full container storage capacity of nearly 800,000 TEUs and a theoretical annual capacity of 600,000 TEUs. The port has a current total length of docks 600 meters, draught post between 10.5 and 13 meters, container park 20 hectares, empty park 2.6 hectares, and a continuous loading and uploading 24 hours, 365 days per year. The port of Banjul, on the other hand, has been internationally recognized as one of the safest and most efficient ports in West Africa. Deep sheltered, anchorage, and no incident of privacy are among the qualities making Banjul one of the safest ports in the sub-region. Its strategic location among the major shipping routes linking Europe, the Far East, and Africa makes the port regular for well-established conference and independent shipping lines. A long-established system of close cooperation with customs, immigration, health and shipping agents, coupled with a competitive tariff and competent human resources, ensures that customers are always provided with quality service. The Gambia Port Authority has done many expansion work to modernize the capacity of the port through increased investments, and fourth expansion expected to begin soon. These investments have enhanced cargo handling to a yearly 1.5 million tons. It has improved total pier length, covered storage area, and uncovered storage capacity. President Barrow described Condé as knowledgeable and experienced, on whom he was pleased to exchange ideas around regional development. Khadijatu Seka, iAfrica News.
Haja mu ngi noonu Khadijatu Seka reporting there ci dem bi nga xamante ne président Barrow demoon na ko Guinée mu jël nag waxtu pour dem tamit seet port bi ak tamit doxalin bi ak yu mel noonu dégg ngeen ko ci biir report bi indi na lu yaatu port bi taxawaay bi ci réew boobu ci di Guinée ci jamono ñi nga xamante ne mooy former colonies yi di France ñoom ñoo doon jëfandikoo port boobu ci lu bari ñu génnee ko ci réew Guinée yóbbu ko si seen réew wala si yeneen gox foofu ci Europe waaye gis nañ ne jamono ji nekk na béréb bi nga xamante ne Guinée seen am-am foofu lañ ko gën a weer su foofu lañ sukkandikoo pour doxal lu bari ci réew mi pour daal dugal ko ci gafaka réew mi mun naa ko waxee noonu su ko defee loolu mu nekk lu am solo amaana tamit président bi comme dem na gis port bi tolluwaay bi ndax bu rëy la tamit du ñàkk dana am lu mu indaale ci réew mi pour ñun tamit ñu mun cee sukkandikoo mun a jàngale wala am luñ ci jëlee pour mun a yaatal suñ port bi ndax tamit léegi soo demee si port bi dañuy wax ne congestion bi ak tamit li nga xamante ne mooy bagage yi dafay bari pour ñu am ni nga ko bëggee léegi enforcement officers